Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Charlie, also known as Level Cap, and today we're going to be talking about the LEGO Micropolis standard. What you see in front of me are several Micropolis modules, and this plate right here is the basic base plate that will allow you to build all future Micropolis structures. This standard was developed by members of TwinLug for creating collaborative microcity layouts. What's so cool about this standard is that the parts required are easy to find, and once you create something in this format, anyone else with Micropolis can easily connect with yours. This can be used for creating small city layouts or even massive city layouts without needing anywhere near the same space or bricks required for a minifigure scale city. Now I'll be putting links to the instructions for this base standard in the video description in case you want to create your own Micropolis layouts. This format was something I spent a lot of time working with when I had a smaller apartment in Portland, Oregon, and not a huge amount of space for building giant Lego cities. The word Micropolis was actually a working title for the original SimCity game, and ironically enough, my very first Micropolis building was inspired by the arcologies from SimCity 2000. I made this guy back in 2010. I really like the idea of buildings that could incorporate nature or parks into their architecture. This way, even if you had a giant metal and concrete city, there were still a lot of outdoors areas for people to relax and still enjoy nature. Now, sticking with my SimCity inspiration, I decided to create some more buildings inspired even more directly from SimCity 2000. The pixelated artwork in that game translated really well into LEGO designs, as both mediums are working with kind of low-res restrictions. The fire station and police station were designed directly from the original game art. As you can see, the fire station has a fire engine on its way out and emergency vehicles at the ready. It's quite easy to populate your city with lots of cars, since most of them only require 2 or 3 pieces to create at this scale. Now at this point, I was hooked on Micropolis and spent a lot of time putting together other mini buildings to flesh out my city. This one here is 4 tiles combined to create a bit of an industrial shipping yard. You can see there's a forklift moving the large containers around. And of course, what city is complete without the corner burger joint? Now I began to collaborate with my friend Rich from Portlug, and we decided to build a Micropolis display for one of our Lug's upcoming shows. As the centerpiece, I wanted something that really tied the whole city together, and that turned out to be a giant Micropolis Airport, complete with working landing lights. This guy took a long time to build, but was one of the more fun LEGO projects I've worked on. It even got featured on the Brothers Brick website back in 2010. One of the trickier things about creating an airport in a minifig scale city is that it's pretty much impossible to create one at the right scale. And although this one doesn't quite match up with scale perfectly, it's much closer with the Micropolis format, and I was able to have a bunch of different airport terminals. At our Portlug show, I was pretty happy with the way the city turned out. It filled up most of a table, and that's with only 2 people working on it. There have been much larger displays from other lugs around the world. Now, if you guys think this is a cool building standard, I highly encourage you to introduce it to your LEGO building friends. It's also a great way to get LEGO user groups to work together on a project since the format is so straightforward, it doesn't require much planning to incorporate new buildings to a massive city layout. Sadly, we're making room in our large LEGO space here at the studio for our minifigure scale city, but I plan on keeping these buildings boxed up just in case we have the opportunity to collaborate with other Micropolis builders in the future. We hope you enjoyed this introductory video to the LEGO Micropolis standard. I'm Charlie, and as always, we'll see you next time here at BrickVault.